Hello, everyone. Recently, President Trump had fired the Commissioner of Labor Statistics, Erica McFenterer, after the unemployment numbers were published, saying that the numbers produced by the Bureau were fake and politically motivated. So in this video, we'd like to discuss how Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers are collected and published. The statistics are very important in terms of making decisions, both for policymakers as well as common people. So here is what President Trump mentioned regarding this firing of the commissioner. What he thinks, why he basically thought that she should be fired. Listen to his comment.
Oh yeah, I think so. And if you look at before the election, the same kind of thing happened. And I think you'll see some very interesting information come out. But you have to have honest reports. And when you look at those numbers, or when you look at just before the election, and then after the election, they corrected it by 800,000 or 900,000 jobs. Yeah, I would say so.
President, why did you fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics?
Because I think her numbers were wrong. Just like I thought her numbers were wrong before the election. Days before the election, she came out with these beautiful numbers for Kamala. I guess Biden/Kamala. And she came out with these beautiful numbers trying to get somebody else elected. Then right after the election, I think on the 15th, November 15th, she had an $800,000 or $900,000 massive reduction. Said she made a mistake. That woman's numbers are...
Now we will go through in detail a little bit about the overall data collection process from Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now let's talk about how Bureau of Labor Statistics collect and publishes statistics. Step 1, BLS conducts surveys on both business and households. The surveys are designated by groups or economists, statisticians, computer experts, and others. A sample of smaller portion of the population that's intended to represent the full population. Basically, this whole population who represents the actual sample, their surveys are basically sent out. So why the participation is important? This participation, replying the questionnaire to Bureau of Labor Statistics, by representing in a survey, you help to make sure people like you are represented in the statistics that are published. Without the voluntary cooperation of many individuals like you and other business, BLS cannot publish accurate statistics. Then step 3 is business and other individuals then begin representing reporting their. Then business and individual then begin reporting their statistics to BLS over the internet or by phone or personal visits or through email. And then BLS collects the statistics on employment, unemployment, wages, prices, and many more data. Number 4, BLS collects these statistics in a database and stores them for processing. And then the economists and statisticians at Bureau of Labor Statistics check the data that they are represented to ensure that there are no mistakes. Number 5 is Bureau of Labor Statistics combines the survey answers in a database to calculate statistics about broader groups rather than just discussing on the answers of a single household or business. They basically create the statistics on a broader groups. Number 6 is economists and statisticians make sure that data make sense and they analyze the trends. So economist prepares a news release and summarizes the statistics and how they have changed over time. And number step 7 is the economists check the data against, and it will really important that data numbers are correct. And then the BLS shares the statistics with the world by posting news releases, and then data is on their website www.bls.gov, a government website, and they send it on Twitter, BLS_gov handle. Number 8, the statistics that are used by business, job seekers, students, teachers, policymakers, journalists, consumers, and investors to make important decisions. So the data published periodically, the data published by BLS is used by many people, and this is very important in terms of investing or making financial decisions. Say, for example, if the CPI numbers come out or the unemployment number comes out, depending on the numbers are up or down, both the unemployment, the stock market sometimes move very significantly. It creates a lot of volatility in positive or negative directions. So getting the correct number from BLS is very, very important. Hope you understand the overall process, how BLS collects these statistics from the after the conducts the survey. Now, also listen to the commentary in CNBC by Professor Jeremy Siegel, that is very well known. He's a professor, used to be in Wharton Business School, that how he is not very happy how the data is collected by Bureau of Labor Statistics, that they are getting, they're not able to collect the questionnaires from this business or individual people, and they must do better for the data collection process to be more efficient, and they must be doing better.
Doing the right
and by
thing.
the way, I think Loretta Mester, mentioned the JOLTS report. I think the JOLTS report response is down to 20%. It's less than half the pre-COVID. Listen, COVID is over. We can't keep on using COVID, as a excuse for not getting the data. This is just critically important. And why wasn't there a big conversation? We're not getting the data, or when we get the data, it's wrong. And why is it wrong? And why aren't we mandating time limits for returning these questionnaires? A 60% response rate. They send it out to, I think, 400,000 firms. This is not individuals. This is firms that have the ability with the internet to get that information back. I don't understand it. And so, listen, I don't think it was political at all, but I'm not going to let the BLS off the hook. Over the last 2 years, they should have been working on this problem.
Well, okay, so
hope you realize in this video that the data collection process from Bureau of Labor Statistics is very important, and currently the process is not very efficient in terms of the data collections. Whether the data is correct or fake or politically motivated, we can't really say at this time, but definitely the data is very important in terms of making decisions, whether you buy, invest certain kind of in your portfolio, whether you buy or sell, because there's a lot of market movement happens depending on the numbers are published on specific days, especially whenever the CPI numbers, consumer price index, or the unemployment numbers, or the GDP numbers, the stock market basically swings a lot. Hope you like this video. If you did like it, please subscribe, and I'd appreciate if you'd hit the like button, and thank you very much. Have a nice day.